This story is based on true incidents. Let me begin on how Costa Rica was created. The men came down from the mountains to fight off the dangerous ground macaco. They had heavy casualties due to these skirmishes. After 4 winters they had defeated the dangerous ground macacos and were safe to come down from the mountains. These mountain people wandered through the land and populated areas of that land. Then someday one of their settlements was raided. They did not know what could have caused so much destruction on that village. None of the villagers who inhabited that village were left alive. The ones who found the devastated place went back to their own settlements. They had been destroyed as well. These 4 hunters had to take cover under a water cave. On the next day only 2 of them were left. One of the hunters drowned in his sleep and the other one just vanished. So it was on these 2 hunters to find out what had happened to their fellow tribesmen. They saw smoke rising from the east. They quickly went to that place and found the lost hunter. They had burned him. They found nothing but a black humanoid corpse. They kept running until it was dawn. They saw ground macacos playing dreadful drums of chaos and doing a dance around this woman. She was screaming for help, but the 2 hunters remained hidden. Suddenly they bit her stomach open and put worms in there, and then they sealed it with their feces. The 2 hunters, knowing what the evil beings were doing, wanted to warn the other tribes, but the evil creatures saw them and they bit the frontal lobe off of one of the hunters. While the chickens were eating his friend, he ran towards the nearest tribe. He looked back one more time and saw a huge 2-meter queen cockroach come out of the woman they were performing the ritual on. She had betrayed the macacos and had eaten them. Soon after that, the cockroach kept eating his friend. He kept running. The hunter gathered a mighty force that could maybe turn the tide of war. A great Costa Rican army had risen from the jungle. The queen cockroach enslaved the ground macacos and bent them to her will, made them do sculptures for her, and once a macaco used up all of his strength, she sent them to a pit where they would decompose and feed the younglings. The cockroach also used the monkeys for the warfare, carrying precious proteins the cockroach soldiers needed to survive. They also served as livestock. So their weapon had been turned into the master of them. The Costa Rica army attacked first, but they didn't expect such a force. There were no prisoners taken, all were sent to the feeding pit. After 56 years of warfare, Costa Ricans gave up their spears and bows. The cockroach queen ate 60% of the remaining population, but the rest were allowed to live. Costa Rica never recovered enough to make another army. Till this day the Costa Rican politicians will go to secret meetings to give their children to the cockroaches. Few of the population know this story.